And today we're gonna do something fun! Hee-ha-ha-ha-ha! Here we are unleashing a book. So I have my 2 sacks. I'm gonna put one like right here so you can honestly see. And we're gonna start off doing, let me see, before we start this spectacular. Now if you look at your comments when they appear, we have horror on the side and mysteries on the side. So let's just have some fun here. Before we get started some of the scary fun, we are gonna honestly, I'm gonna move this back a little bit. So I'm gonna be standing right up front here. So this is gonna be honestly a really fun vlog today. And let's just have the fun. And I'm just gonna put in to the thing we are starting. And we have no comments yet. But they'll appear when so the first one for the first book, should we do mysteries or thrillers? I'm thinking we should do a mystery book first. No, that's thrillers. I'm just gonna do it like this to make it really easier, honestly, to pick. The same way on the side. So we are gonna be honestly be ready. The first book is, we have no goers. Come, people, come on in. Okay. We actually have to honestly just put something that we are honestly gonna. Well, let me just put in the live stream starts now before we even get started as first. So, let me just go to here. Okay. Oh, right here. Because we are doing a live stream right now. Okay. This is what we are starting. Here's starting the vlog. Okay, good. Okay, you guys, now let's just start this vlog on the Guno by picking up one of the mystery. And this one's actually by Alicia Maxwell. So, murder at the Wakehurst. Following the death of her uncle Clovis Verbright in September 1899. A sunburn Emma is in no mood for one of Newport, Newport's extreme practice, but to keep Philibber's Rockles soon nearly out of trouble. She agrees to accompany him to Elizabethan fake on the leverage grounds of Westhurst, the Echo Point College medical medicine after the English phase owned by Angel Paddock. Oof. So this is going to be a really fun read. These Murder mysteries are pretty much my second favorite genre. And this is actually going to be a really fun book. I'm going to be actually kind of not too spooky, kind of scary related of a death in a mansion. His name is Spike. But this is going to be a real interesting vlog. And this author has many different books. Also, if you ever heard of Elisa Maxwell, I'm sure you probably read this book already. Give me some feedback on this book. Tell you the honest truth. I think that would honestly be fun. Let's move this box out. That's the first pick. Next, a horror pick. What pick am I gonna pick? Well, let's just see what book is gonna get decided on. Oh, James Patterson. The Fifth Homicide. The most puzzling medical training in years. A young mother with recurring in San Francisco hospital when she is suddenly gasping for breath. Help doesn't come in time. The hospital's doctors, see some of the best in the nation, are completely mystified by her death. This is not the first such case at the hospital, just as parents are about to be released with a clean bill of health. Their consistent take a detective turn for the worse. Ooh. Sounds like a great, honestly, horrifying book. But I never read this new expansion book, so I don't know what to honestly to expect. But this is honestly gonna. Oh, damn, I didn't know that. And it's just a fun read. So, I know I put these back. I'm gonna just set these right here. Or we could put in over there. So we know what books we've done already. The next mystery book. What mystery book are we going to decide on? Well, just me putting my hand in that pillowcase. The Hardy Boys. The House on the Cliff. Ooh. And mystery and cliff hunting discipline. Read the Hardy Boys mystery stories. featuring the thrilling adventures of America's favorite detectives duo Frank and Joe Hardy. Millions of young readers have learned up to the Hardy Boys, helping them to their ghost to bring bring customers to justice. Be a part of the fun. Start your collection of only original hardcovers Hardy Boys mysteries today. Interesting. I did the first one. That one was absolutely great. But the second one's gonna probably be even better. I hope you guys like the olden books like these. These are really funny and cool. The next one, we're gonna do another horror one. Let's see. When I decided that doing this, I didn't know it. Honestly, I was gonna make myself into bones and tricks, let's say, but they're books. This book, can I get out? Ooh, Stephen King and it bleeds! This was, I'm going to rejoin now. Stephen King's novels are the own dark treat before, but just as moving and entering at his longer fiction. Many of his novels have been made into iconic films, including The Body, Stand By Me, and It's Heroin, and Stomach. Remember the Shawshank Redemption King's spectacular top scenery. If of these, I don't know what this book's about, but we're gonna just read one of the things right inside here. Too bad we're not having no growers. I might have to put something on the thing. Grieving Panama Grizzly King still has on the fight businesses like none other, but the iconic Arthur will keep you up late nights engaged in four tales about our dreams and the fortuitous. Robin Trent, USA Today. I'm gonna pick one more. Every for spine telling stories which provided bear all the hallmarks in a purgatory grieved million-day self-chat. You might make feed hot press. Interesting. Well, you guys are not exactly on, but I am gonna honestly put something on. I don't know why you guys are not doing anything about this, tell you the honest truth. But we should have some goers watching. And we are not. But it's okay, we just keep going until we get some. The next one, we're going to pick another mystery. You want to see which one I'm going to pick? Nancy Drew, the hidden staircase. Woo-hoo! Okay. For the chill hunting, suspicious, and thrilling accident road. So, the Nancy Drew Mystery Stories, the world's most popular mystery series for young readers. Millions of teens have munched with the with Nancy Drew holding the solved more than 50 billion cases from The Secret of the Old Clock. By the way, The Secret of the Old Clock was honestly a really good novel. Sweet, the first novel of the Nancy Drews. To the honey mystery of the 13th Hero. Excuse me. Join the fun. Search your collection of original hardcover Nancy Drew mysteries today. And this was by Caroline Keene. And I really honestly do hope you guys are just, I can't believe we have no goers, but hope before we end this live stream, we will have some, but that's okay if we don't. Because some of these books are probably not your forte, but at least let's try. So the first book of this series was absolutely awesome. This is another one I did honestly want to read, but didn't get picked for this month's TBR. Sorry, I got a nudge. So, yeah, the old mysteries like the Hardy Boys and the Nancy Drew ones are really, really interesting and actually kind of fun to figure out. Sorry, I got a little itch in my ear. The next scary one is Hamid Coben Play Dead. Theirs was a marriage made in Tibet heaven, but no sooner had Supermaid, Laura Ayres, and Kelly Starr. David Boskin said, "I do the chickadee stuff when by honeymooning on Augustus Great Barrier Reef. David went out for a swim and never returned." Oh. Now, when the grieving Laura has 1,000 questions and no answer, her search for the truth will draw her into a web of lies and this dissipation that strikes back 30 years while on the current at the Boston Garden, a rocky phantom makes her suspicious debut. Very scary. I don't know why the husband did not return. That's gonna really creepy. But I never read a book like this before, but I honestly now I really want to read this because I do want to put this on my must-read list. Now, and this isn't the next person who's showing Arthur. This is him on the back. And I'm sure he. And yeah, next time specimen author. Great. All around book. It looks like the husband never returns because he probably is dead. This is printed as that. The next missing one. I wonder what we're gonna pick. Anyway, check. Charming Harris. Actually, over a tea garden series. Poppy done to death. This story now is actually about this gal who kind of did not expect a visitor, but found out it was her friend's neighbor who actually put it was kind of like I don't want to say a retelling, but this episode of the World Tea Garden DVD set I actually do have is actually kind of like there was like a raincoat under Poppy, but couldn't figure out who actually done it. But they did figure out who did it, but I forget who it was. But it was one of their modern mysteries meeting, and they couldn't figure out why the master did not have the key, but it was kind of like a very shocker, kind of like a book. Kind of a very shocker ending. But I forget who was the killer. I just want to see the ending of to see who did. I forget who did. Oh yeah, I cannot remember now, but this one was actually kind of mind blowing. The next terrible ones we are gonna decide on. Oh, we don't have a voice, but that is okay. Where's the next pick? The other side, refrain. Actually, this book's about the fate of millions of lives hang to the balance in the new pace christening thirsty novel from New York City's best-selling something Arthur Neon Sign. Kidnapped as a young gal, her psychic powers harassed by a median Mercury lives a caged and estimated extremes until she comes face to face with a leopard and approached by her bad tempted reward. Mystery knows that her gift is nothing so bright. It is a troubling darkness that means she will always be haunted. Ooh. So this we're gonna start with that. So this is kind of like a rough kind of power. It kind of sounds like this book is actually like one of those psycho kind of like a book, and it honestly kind of sounds like yours is being yours today. The Adaka another paranormal lunatic book. Let's take my book list. This honestly sounds really, really good because I love the paranormal kind of thing. I love watching the paranormal movies. Not scared of that whatsoever. And all around, I actually feel like now I want to read this book next Halloween. Sorry, on my nose. So yeah, this is this book is making me to read it. But honestly intriguing. I put those down there. The next one would be, we're going to try on both, but that is okay with the next book. Oh, another swimming here is the first book of the War Tea Garnish series of, and War Tea Garnish Mystery series. This was the very first book of the series of the War Tea Garnish Wolf Murders. This one is actually about a War Tea Garnish one. It starts at a murder mystery meeting that this elderly came up to her and started chatting a bit. But actually, it was more honestly like she gave Aurora a book to borrow to read that nobody expects a woman as the killing of a husband. That the elderly woman actually killed the skull. And Aurora found it in the that bench window seat underneath. And didn't know where it came from, so her and her best friend Sally actually found the rest of the bones and reported. Sally wanted to call the police, but Aurora cannot give. Sally gave only 5 days, nothing. But Aurora's mom, I forget the mom's name, but the end of the story, totally, because I could have that series of the War Tea Garnish White on DVD. So I've seen every single one of them. Figure was somebody's husband who actually got killed by a big pan, like straight out of the head kind of thing, dented part of the skull. I find that kind of creepy. But Aurora almost went through the same thing, but didn't. But the elderly woman left her a case to figure out, because Aurora is more like finding out who did it, and it was the neighbor girl and one of the neighbor guys who was actually involved in this case some years ago. And that's where I'm gonna start with that. But all around, the TV show was amazing. So you guys can find it on Amazon. If you want to look at the book, I actually do recommend. So this was a good all I don't want to say book. I have not read it, but I know the storyline really, really well. If you have any questions, please comment below of this particular book. We're trying to find books like Boston novels and half-ice books and stuff like that. That leads to our next one. We are gonna decide if what book am I picking? Oh, Danielle Vinton novel. Danielle Vinton, How to Survive Your Murder. Whoa. No, wait, we're not going to read the back. We're going to read the other thing right here. I'm going to read a bit of it. Like a learns in a silver without in her sister's murder tale. And in the year since Chloe's death, Alice is completely falling apart. Her parents have gotten divorced. She's moved into an apartment that smells like bungalow, and she is being forced to face her sister's killer. Costume full of people who doubt what she saw in the corn maze a year prior. Claire was an all-American gal, beautiful and bubbly, and a theater center star. Alice was a nerd who dreamed of becoming a fantastic philanthropist, but would rather stay at home with her favorite horror movies. The party just paid their differences. They were best friends, bounded by Starbone, until Claire was taken away from her. Ooh. So it's about her sister being dead, pretty much. It can just tells the like room 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 cannot have to be. If you can tell, this is like a spooky cover. And this book sounds like just amazing novel to read. The next book we are going to be talking about is Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I found through 3 things. I was actually panicked. First, Edward was a vampire. Scared. There was a part of him I didn't know how pointed that part might be the thirsty for my blood, and thread I was uncomfortably and irresistibly in love with him. So this is a series of Twilight books. All the Twilight books right here, and I'll show you what my Twilight ones are real quick. These all right here, and this is the first book of the series. Yeah, book number 1. This one's book number 1. Now, do you want to get address part of the Twilight series on this one? But the movies are amazing. If you are Twilight fans, you're like Team Edward or the other ones. But I'm so Team Edward on this one. And this is like a really thick book. But that's okay. So this is New York Times bestselling author. The New York Times bestselling series. The guy always keeps saying, you guys, New York Times bestselling authors are really, really cool. They usually have, and here's a book author right here with the other books along with that. With New York Times bestselling authors, they usually have a list of the books right in the front. This is for my sister Emily. So this is book number 1. I honestly do want to read this because I'm such a Team Edward fan. If you're not a Team Edward fan, well, if you're, this is like a werewolf book. We had another werewolf book, honestly, but this one is actually really popular on BookTube, and I do recommend you guys to read the first book before reading the others. Did I pick him up? This one? Oh, yeah. So that one's like a werewolf, kind of like a book. Yeah. Yeah, that's this one. Only 2. Well, this one is only 2, but we're not going to do any shadows because if you guys want to hear the shadows, we honestly could, but I honestly cannot want to keep going here. The next one, we did. This is going to be in this one. This one only has 2. So which one am I going to pick? That's tough one. Murder Out of Cricketer. A public codes library mystery. Ooh! This was by Olivia Matthews. If you love Hallmark's mystery movies, you will love the cozy mystery with humor, intrigues, and a hint of romance. Mystery still of romance. Mr. Still adjusts to life in Peach Coast, Georgia, is at a library fundraising event. When she come across a little floor names on is the Arthur is Baker Holt, the handsome newspaper owner who's become one of the neighbor's best friends. The 4 people appears to have nothing in common other than loving in Peach Coast. Spencer demands the best of the first, but beyond he has to can see soon cure and there evolved Iberian friends stop the killer bent on long overlong revenge. So this is, you can say this is a Hallmark murder mystery. This is good for any library, of course. But I do like the more like the Hallmark kind of stuff because they're good and clean books. So other book authors don't really write good clean books like these. They probably should, and only because for the young readers out there, they don't need to hear all that realistic stuff. You know what I mean? But these kind of books are really, really good for young readers. The next one this is the last one. No, we have two in here. Ooh, a Disney one. Interesting. This was by this Bisrael. It's called What If Sleeping Beauty Never Woke Up? Once upon a dream, a twisted tale. And this is a nice time-selling author. What if Sleeping Beauty never woke up? It should be simple. A dragon darked a simple piece in a castle. A prince paused to wake her, but when the prince falls asleep, as soon as his lips touch the fairy mothers, it is clear that the fairy tale is fair, even over which a disgraced fairy last, 'cause coming her mind, Princess Aurora must escape from a difficult castle and thousands and emissing a demonstratory encyclical therapy crowd from her very own dreams. Laura isn't alone. A charming prince in order to join her court and here it is other those help but the mercenaries against follow her every move. Laura must discover what her true errors are and wonder who she truly is. Time is running out. Will the Sleeping Beauty be able to wake herself up? Ooh, I don't know if Sleeping Beauty will ever wake up. Sounds like a real interesting novel. and I must read. Japan, I must read this. The last one in this. We have one in this one. Two. So let's just see what the last one is in this one. Oh. This is also a New York Times bestselling author. Evan Master. Love so seriously. It's definitely Dana Berry has nothing against rules. She just knows they're meant to be bent. So it's no wonder the site scene actress lose her day job. Now her life is a mess. That is until she hears the shopping channel is announcing remaining on her knock for knowing what makes people tick. She leaves a gig on her, but before side can say effect police. Dana is caught in the biggest drama of her life. The star host, a dive who terrorized the entire staff is. That's right, we're gonna stop. Sounds like a pretty good book. Hey, look, it has the first letter of my name. Really interesting. It was one I did really want to read for next Halloween. Hey, this ice done, so we're gonna just put that right over there. The last book in this one. What book would that be? Is it another Stephen King? Or is it? Ooh, I think my arm's stuck. Nope, it's not stuck. This last one is for that pillowcase right over there. This one's by Happy Hank Philippi Wayne. The book is, and this is New York Times bestselling story and bestselling author. Trimming supernatural and impossible to put down. Actually, let's go down here. Can you spot the liar? An accent killer insect. She's innocent of a harmless murder. A giving journalist suffers from the waking of her servant's life. That unlikely illness leads to a dangerous cat and the mouse game that will leave you breathless. Trust me, it's the chilling novel of physical cybernetic suspicious and mysterious that award winner Arthur rewarded aggressive reporter Hank Phillips Rain was born to write. Ooh. An unexpected right to the very last page. Ooh. So this one is So it's really, really interesting. This one I'm going to read for next Halloween. And then next Halloween, we're going to do something really, really interesting. And actually be fun. So that's all the books that we decided on. And it was fun to hang out with you guys. Oh, hang out with my subscribers and viewers more often. And can't wait for this coming up next Tuesday's vlog. That's going to be picking our Christmas TBR. So thank you for coming to Lacy Good Books. Let's give you an all heads up. Christmas is around the corner. So you better get your Christmas list all ready for your parents, family, whoever you honestly want to get for Christmas. Put a list together of the books or whatever else you want. And make sure, stay tuned for the short coming up sooner than ever. Thank you to come to Lacy Good Books. And all I have to say is, Happy Halloween! Ooh, yeah! See you next week with a whole new fun Christmas vlog. Peace out.